Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin. I'm Pamela Pick.
I'm Bill.
And let me see if I've gone live.
You have. It says you have. I see it right here. I see it right here. Yes, we're live. Nobody's in there yet.
All right. Well, we'll wait a second until people get in. Looks like I may be a little high on the screen, am I? I don't want to cut it off. Oh, so if you're coming in, say hello, tell us where you're from, and try not to get sick since I'm moving the camera a bit. I just want to make sure that you can see what we're doing tonight because we have such a cute card, and I've got some great tips tonight.
Great tips.
Yes.
Yeah, you tell me about it.
I see Kathy Walton. She shared. Thank
Spooky's
you, Kathy.
there.
Woohoo! I see Cindy Roundtree and France. And, home of 6 forest fires. That's awful, Kathy. Hi, Laura. There's Cindy. There's Julie. There's Jean. Welcome, everyone. Come on in. Hi, North Dakota, Jean Shoot. Hi, Madison. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Lori. There's Marcia from Iowa. Okay.
And Laura from Montana.
There you go. Okay, so we're getting the crew here. You guys, I'm excited. I do have to share with you a couple of things. So should we start with the spooky?
Yeah.
So the gal who does the critters so often, she made this little ghost walking this ghost doggy. Isn't that cute? I just love these things. I've actually got a whole shelf over here kind of beside and behind me of these all out. But isn't that just cute? Especially with fall coming. I know, I don't think Mary Jo's going to be here. It's her anniversary. So Mary Jo, if you're watching this later, happy anniversary. But fall is coming.
That's right.
So we'll go ahead and put the ghost over here. And let's get started, shall we? Oh, so we've had an interesting situation here. So let's just self-disclose. I have had a bad infection in my jaw, and it stems from a tooth. It's a long story, so let me just cut to the chase. It's caused me some problems. I was at the lupus doctor Monday and then yesterday at the dentist, and they have put me on some antibiotics because they can't do the oral surgery until they get the infection gone. And it's not like I'm taking an antibiotic twice a day. Every 6 hours I'm taking this antibiotic. I haven't eaten in a week, literally 7 days.
Liquid diet.
Yeah. So I've lost some weight, but also on top of that, they gave me some good painkillers. And I went how many days without it? So, of course, I was taking 6 days without it. So I took the painkillers last night, and I usually don't take anything stronger than Tylenol. And Bill has a little story.
Yeah, so I'm laying there sleeping. About 2 o'clock this morning,
Oops.
I get woken up, wanting to open Christmas presents.
So I would say that the meds worked really good on handling I was like, I remember it, but in my mind, I really thought it was Christmas morning because I kept telling him, well, I see the Christmas tree lights, and it was the night light in the hall.
Yep.
So good medications. I'm not in pain at the moment. However, I did not take them, we stopped at noon today so that I could not be loopy for this. So anyway, If you are here and new to watching me, please like, comment, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate that. And get to know the people in this room, because all those people that I said hi to are very friendly people and crafters. And we're just kind of becoming a family here. So, okay. And then if you like what you see, and you would like to get all of the information about the cards that I make, if you're a card maker, sign up for my email. I give you a supply list of what I used, the video, the photos, and the dimensions all come straight to your email, which I've been getting a lot of positive response on that, because people like being able to find it, and they just make a Piccadilly Stampin file and they throw the email in there, and then when you want to make that card, all you have to do is look in that file in your email. So this, oh, we got this to do too. Last week I made this cute little fun fold card.
Yeah, on my favorite DSP.
Bill likes the DSP, and I think this is so cute. So when I make a card for sample, and then I make a card for show, and notice I have white spot left in there, so it just looks like it was artsy-fartsy made, right? Anyway, and then what I do is, if you share my video to your wall, your name gets put into a drawing and you have opportunity to win a card from me. So we went ahead and took, especially those of you off of YouTube, that was so great. So I'm shaking them up a bit here. Let me get those shake. Bill, do you want to pick two names?
Two names.
Ooh, you didn't make that old man.
And two.
And two. Usually when he stretches over, he makes that old man grunt.
Yeah. Jackie Johnson.
Oh, I don't think Jackie's here either. So Jackie.
I saw her.
Did you? Oh, I didn't know.
And then Marcia Bartles.
Oh, Marcia hasn't won in a while. Okay, I have both of your addresses, so thank you, ladies, for sharing. I will get those out into the mail. And as far as a card, I did get a card. I wanted to show you this. This is from one of my downline, Debbie Lyons. And what I really love is how she took the time to cut out all the leaves from the DSP. So she used a coordinating DSP like the one she has behind. And she took the time to cut out all those leaves.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Isn't that cute? I'd open it up. Let's see. Let me pull out her little insert. There, she did another one. So, isn't that cute? Anyway, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. It'll go into my donation pile since you didn't write on it. So that goes to the servicemen and women. Okay, the set that I'm going to use tonight, you can use it all year round. It is called Frosted Forest. It is a die stamp set, and it has some masks, which we're going to be using. I've got some tips on this. Now, just because it's called Frosted Forest, you can color it green if you want to. You can color whatever. I'm going to go for a nice autumn look today. And we're going to make this card. Bill thinks this is just stunning. So
I do.
Yeah, he really likes it. But you're not going to find it in any of our catalogs. This is an online exclusive. You do save 10% when you buy it together, and that's with all the items. And so I think that's really cool. But it's called Frosted Forest. You'd have to go online and look at the online store, the online exclusives. So let's get started. Here's my stamp pack. So this card I'm doing, when I had it in my head, I really wanted to do something that would start a kickoff to, I know we're still in summer. We still have the hot days of August, but it's not going to be too long. And then we're going to be in the burr months. You know the burr months?
That's right,
burr. So
33 days.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a card base of crumb cake here. And then I'm pairing with this the neutrals. So this is actually what Debbie had used on her card. This is the neutral 6x6. And I'm going to pull out a piece of crumb cake. And I want this patterned piece here. So they've got the leaf piece, and then they've got stripes on the back of that one, and this one has this pattern, and then it's got the circles. And I really liked this because I liked how neutral that was. So it makes for a background without having it distract from the focal point of the card. So I'm going to cut this at 3 7/8. So 3 7/8, like so. And then 5 1/8. Measure twice. Cut once, measure twice. Okay, I'm gonna save this piece. We're gonna be using that. And I already cut off a piece from the last card that I did, but I cut off a 1/2 inch piece here on that. So we'll use this for another time. I have a piece of early espresso. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So this gives me that dark ridge right here, matte, around the edge, dark edge, not ridge. And so I'm just gonna adhere this together with a little bit of green glue.
Early espresso doesn't mean coffee in the morning.
It does to Jackie.
It does to Jackie.
It does to you coffee addicts. It does to you.
Yeah, but not early espresso.
No, I can't drink coffee. It just tears me up. But Bill likes his in the morning. Okay, so I have that on there. All right, let's set these aside. Well, actually, I can go ahead and adhere this down onto our card base because there's no ribbon or anything on this. How's everyone enjoying the heat? Who's in the heat? I suppose
everybody's in the heat.
Well, I don't know. We have some Australians, aren't they? And
I haven't seen them one today.
Sometimes I think they're in their winter, right? If we're in our summer.
Yep.
Then I have a piece of basic white. It is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to add this right to my inside piece. Well, I think it's safe to say that Kathy's having some heat if she's got some fires going on. Are they close to you, Kathy? Or are you just breathing in all the smoke? You'll have to watch for her. Okay. And then I'm going to put this on the inside of the card. Have you guys been watching my Piccadilly parfaits? They kind of come out on YouTube.
Can you lift the DSP up to show the pattern?
Yeah, I can. And I can show, yeah, am I too far away? It's hard to get this camera to, because I'm just using my cell phone. I'm not using like a professional camera. So, it's hard for me to get my phone to focus in. So this would be the side that I had on the front, like that. And then I just did the little dots on the back. Just wondering if you guys are watching the parfaits now that...
Oh yeah, they're loving them.
now that they're not live. So I have an envelope and I took that extra piece and I'm going to do the dots on this side too. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just go around the bottom of your envelope here and then add that piece right on. Good. I'm glad that you're liking them because I know that we were doing them live and I know you guys like the social aspect of it. But my body, with the lupus, I've had to cut back on some things that I used to do. And I hope you understand that.
Kathy says they're all north, west, and south of Denver.
Okay, well, I don't know where you are, so I need her to tell me where she is. So then I'm going to take early espresso compared to where those fires are. I just was wondering if you were in a safe area and just having the smog hit you. I am using the sentiment in the stamp set, Birthday Wishes for a Day as Great as You Are. I think that's a really neat saying. And so I'm gonna, I hate it when I schmutz.
You schmutched?
I did, I schmutched.
On what?
On the
Bach?
There we go, that's better. So that was early espresso. I'm just getting everything set up for the, and then I'm going to use the Labeled with Love punch. I love this new punch. I think it is a perfect little label. Let me make sure I've got that straight in there.
She says she's by the Eisenhower Tunnel, just west of that. A little smoke, but she's safe.
Good. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. So now I have another piece, and this is just a scrap piece of basic white, and this is where the fun happens. So let's grab, we're going to take that early espresso again, and we're going to take this large tree image here. What kind of tree is that, you think?
Oak.
Is that an oak?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. And I'm just going to ink this outline up with the early espresso. And I'm going to stamp this down. It was hot here today.
Hot. Been hot all week.
What is the... Didn't you say we were supposed to get to like 112 or something? With the index, 102. Okay.
Well, of course, it's county fair time.
Yeah, it is. Oh, shoot. Let's try that again. We'll flip it over. I didn't.
You smoosh it?
You know what I need is I need this. And that
need
way.
Your thing.
Yep.
Need the pad.
I was trying to do it without the little pad. Okay. So ink it up well. This helps with the photopolymer just to get a good impression. So it makes it a little easier. I always am lazy and I just need to pull it in. Okay. There we go. Much better. All right, so you can use like the painter's tape or an artist's tape. It doesn't matter what one. But my suggestion would be to not just put it directly on your project. I like to take it sometimes up and down my arm. Here you can see where they were digging all that blood out of me. Okay, and then I love this glass mat. These are for sale, so if this is something you're interested in, I'm going to show you something pretty cool. You might want to consider it. So the glass mat gives me a grid that I can hold my project down just like that. Okay, and then the masks. So I want to take this mask and I want to line this up over where I want it to be. And I'm going to use, this is one of our Stampin' Right markers. See this little notch? I'm going to take that. Once I get this lined up, let me get it hooked down too. I don't have to worry about it ripping paper on here, so I can be kind of liberal with the tape on this. But now that I have that in place, I'm just going to do a little V right here, okay? That's going to let me know where that is, how to line these up every time. That's why I love this glass mat. I've seen,
cool.
Yeah, I've seen other demonstrators not use it in their thing, and I think, ugh, this is one of my favorite tools. I use it all the time. So this is a little crumb cake, and I'm going in with my brush, and I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to color this tree base in. Now these are also numbered. This is numbered number 1. And you can do as light or as dark as you want. I like to have it be a little bit different in different areas. Like maybe I'll do this a little darker down here and a little lighter up there. And sometimes even just dark in on the branches, because they're going to be under leaves. Maybe where that knot is. It's up to you.
Really cool.
You like that?
I do.
Okay, so that was crumb cake that I used to fill in with the early espresso trunk. Now, I can peel this up.
Just the top.
Yep. My paper is still in place.
Oh.
See, I told you there was going to be tips with this one. Then I can grab the next one. Now, I know that that needs to go right where that notch is that I put on there. So I can put that right on there and tape this down. Let me make sure I got that. There we go. Then I can tape this down like so. Well, don't move your hand when you're taping it down. There we go. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my next color. So I decided I wanted to do an orange tree because you've got red in the autumn and you've got the yellow, but I wanted an orange tree. So I'm going to use Peach Pie, which is one of our new in colors.
Peach pie?
Peach Pie, yeah. Where's my... Here. We're going to use this one for the Peach Pie. And I want to go in to give kind of, and I don't want it to be exact on each and every one. I want it dark in some areas and lighter in others. You see, I don't know how well, and I can't lift the whole thing up, but I've got some white spot in there, and then I have some really dark peach pie, maybe in here by the branches. They can be darker, okay? Because after I do the peach pie, I'm going to come back in with crushed curry, which is that yellow. On the same piece, I'm going to go back in with crushed curry. So, crushed curry. Now, that's a bit darker color than the peach pie. So, I can go in here. Maybe I got that a little dark. And I'm going to go right on top of that, leaving some of that peach pie out. So I've colored that in pretty good with that, and it gives it kind of an orange haze around here. Okay, but we want it to be a little oranger than that. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm coming in with Cajun Craze. So again, save these pieces. They're really sticky.
That's good. Won't move.
Yep, that's right. Won't move on you. Okay, and then the next one, here, I'll put that there, is this one. And this is the, find that little V that we did. And this helps you know where to set it.
You make such a cool design.
Oops, see my hand moves. I get a little, yes, it does. And it really, like, you can see the areas that, you know, it didn't cover in the last color. So you always want to start lightest to darkest. So I'm using the Cajun Craze. I was going to say crumb cake, but it's Cajun Craze. Now this is going to be the darkest of all colors. So I'm going to take some of that off and I'm going to go right in here. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit more of a full coverage.
People are looking forward to using this one.
Yes.
These masks.
Do you have them?
Some people do.
Oh.
Some people are putting this set on their list now.
Just remember to use that little V technique. It really makes a difference. I hope you have something like this mat. I love it. Like I said, I've seen some of the other demonstrators go away from it, but I just don't know why you would. I know that there's a glare from my lights, but I've added some vellum over my lights, and I don't think it's too bad. I've never had any of you complain so far.
Too bad. We can see it.
Okay, so let's lift this up. Whoop, whoop. Now, next thing, if you want it to be even darker, which I do, this is great because I've got my little mark. I'm going to come back in and line it up. Let's get this on here. There we go. And I want that a little darker, so I'm going to add my pieces here. And come back in. I'm going to grab the Cajun Craze.
It's not Cajun Craze.
I'm sorry. The crushed curry. It's a good thing I've got you. And I want to add a little bit more in here because I want this to look like I've got that orange tint to it with that. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So it's not the yellow, it comes off kind of orange. So let's take a look at this. That's what I wanted. Very rich, vibrant color. Now here's how you clean these. If you take these into your sink and you just run water over them, it just goes psh, and then you just set it up to dry. That's all you do for the masks. Now for this, let me take these off. Definitely pull at an angle, but see how that one comes off much better than the ones that I didn't have? It's because I made sure that they weren't quite as sticky. Come at an angle and it just comes right off. All right, let me move this aside and then I will grab. So this little chamois comes with this mat. It takes off the marker. It takes off all of this. And so now my surface is all clean again. I love it.
You just made that chamois dirty again.
I know, but I have you. I know. Bill's my chamois cleaner. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is pull out the mini Stampin' Cut and Boss machine.
Mini Boss!
The Mini Boss. What did I do with this? And we're going to use the die from here. And I'm going to use a bit of washi tape. You can use a Post-it note if you want to, just to hold it in place. And bringing in our base plate and my cutting plate. I always have one that I use just for cutting and one that goes on top. That way I can see through it better. So we're going to make like a little E design on here. And if you're new watching me, that means this one comes out, this one comes in, And then this one comes out, so it's like an E, like a capital E right here. And it makes it easier to go through. I'm going to let that hit that. Am I in camera pretty well?
Yeah.
I'm going to let that hit that till it moves it. And then I know I can start it and put my hand on top and run it through. Okay. And then our tree is cut out. So this is such a fun set. Kind of a little bit crooked on that one, but it'll work. I got it a little off.
Really?
Just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to throw that away. So that's how you mask. I'm using the Spotlight Nature's dies. I went ahead and pre-cut out this little one that has the ridges on it.
Ridges?
Yeah.
Kind of like ruffles. They have ridges.
How did you think of that? You just were dying for something, weren't you?
You betcha.
So that was the Spotlight Nature dies. I love these dies. These are probably my favorite. And just because I like circle dies. Let's bring in our card base. And what I want to do is I want to look at how I'm going to layer this. So, are they laughing?
Oh, yeah.
You guys. So, if I put this on here, what I end up doing is it kind of gets lost. I need to pull out that Cajun craze. So this was cut in the Cajun craze, and if I put it behind, it could be maybe a sun setting. Who knows? It's just, but it pulls this together. So what I want to do is, I think I want to go somewhere not quite in the middle. This side's just a little bit longer, but kind of in the middle. And up top, more than dead center, I guess, in the middle. And I'm going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive, and let's go like that. Maybe, here we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with our tree that we made. I use liquid glue because I like to mail things kind of flat. It's all personal preference. You could pop it up, but I pop up the sentiment usually. So let's set this.
That's so cool.
Isn't that neat?
It is.
It's one of my 7-layer salads. Okay. So now I have this. See, already the color kind of comes out. And so we've got the crumb cake, we've got the just a little bit. You could just do this without the matte, but I really like how that pulls in a little bit of the early espresso from the tree. And then let's take some dimensionals for our sentiment. Now, this I'm making as a birthday card. This card would be perfect for a masculine card as well as feminine, just because I'm not putting any bow or anything on it like that. I'm just having the sentiment, and I'll do some embellishments. But if you need a good, or if you have a girlfriend that has a fall birthday and you need a fall theme, I think I'm going to have this kind of come like so. So that I'm pulling this all into a focal point. And then, if you guys haven't seen these have been around for a while. These are the adhesive back sparkle gems. I wanted a little sparkle on this. I'm not going to have some ribbon for a little foof. I'm having some sparkle. And look at these. These have so much shimmer. You've got kind of a silver, a black with a little silver fleck, and then you've got a coppery color with a little copper effect there. And so I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use this larger one, and I'm going to put it right in the corner. This won't take away because I've got strong colors on the focal point, but it adds just a little bit of shimmer at the card, and I love the negative space. What do you think?
I do. I like it.
You like it?
Oh, yeah. They love it.
And then you've got the inside.
Card for a lot of occasions.
Yeah, this is great.
Multi-purpose card.
You could do this and do it in greens and have a green background. The layout is quite simple, but it really has a nice effect of a really good handmade card that you could send.
What are those things called?
These?
Yeah.
These are the adhesive back sparkle gems. Now again, if you want the measurements to this, all you have to do is sign up for my email, because I keep it all in the email. I'll have the products listed. The video that you're watching right now will be listed. Photos, dimensions, all in this email. And you can, Bill, will you add that
I
too?
just did.
Okay. Add that to the feed right now.
Already did.
It's www.piccadillystampin.blogspot.com. Again, I can't add it for you. I've had a few people ask. It is against the law for me to sign someone up to a business email. You would have to go there and then just look for right at the top right hand side, it says sign up for my email. Tonight is the last night to redeem the $5 coupons for every $50 you purchase, and this would get you that if you wanted to purchase this. It is in the online exclusives. You can find my website right at the top of the Facebook page. It says shop now, and it will take you there. If you're shopping and you have under $150, please use this current host code. What else do I need to tell them? Oh, and be sure to like and share this, because sharing this video means you get into next week's drawing where you could earn this card. I win this card in my drawing.
People have been sharing it, man, all over the place.
So subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell me what you like about it. I would appreciate it. So take care, everyone. I will be back unless I have oral surgery. I plan to be back next week at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I plan to do my parfait during the beginning of the week again and get that out onto my YouTube. So take care, everyone. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.